If you've followed any of the Barefoot Investor's advice, chances are you've either got HostPlus insurance already or you're considering it right now. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get your very own HostPlus quote for the levels of cover that you need. And then I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you how that compares with the rest of the market from a pricing and features perspective. But before we do that, I just wanted to share with you a really quick embarrassing story about me. I was going to lunch the other day with a friend of mine, Ali, and we drove past the Australia Post Office. Ali had just rebranded his business and he said how much he loved the simplicity of the P in the Australia Post logo. My mind was blown because forever I'd only seen the red outline of the logo instead of it just simply being a white P on a red circle. Now you might be thinking, you're a bit of an idiot, and you're right. But the reason I tell you this is because it's sometimes the most simple things that we miss until they're pointed out to us. Now, of course, every time I see the logo, all I can see is that white P. But for so long, I'd only seen the other way around. I'd only seen the red. And the way that this relates to insurance is that I find that often we think that insurance is way too complex. We think it's so out of reach that we don't do anything. But today I'm going to show you how to do it and then also show you behind the scenes to lift that veil and to tell you the things that you won't be able to unsee. So as I mentioned, as a Barefoot fan, it's likely that you've either got HostPlus insurance already or you're considering taking out HostPlus insurance at the moment. I've broken this video down into two sections. Firstly, we'll focus on the price, and secondly, we're going to have a look at the features. And we're going to look at both of those sections and see how the HostPlus cover stacks up with the rest of the market. I'm going to assume that by this stage you know how much insurance you need. Whether that's by using Scott's multiple of salary tool or such things as the resource on the HostPlus website. But if you don't know what to do, I've included a tool below in the comment section that'll walk you through this and give you a report of exactly how much insurance you need. Whatever method you've chosen, make sure you've done this step before going any further in this video. Now let's jump over to the HostPlus website. From the home screen, if you go up to the Insurance tab, using the drop-down menu on the far right-hand side, you'll see Insurance Premium Calculator. Let's enter those basic details in together. So, date of birth, occupation, industry, number of hours worked, all those sorts of things. I'm going to do this live for you with mine as well. It'll then ask you about the frequency in which you'd like to pay for these premiums. My suggestion here is to go for an annual method, and the reason for that is it's going to save you money, and given that these premiums are coming from super, it's likely there's always going to be enough money in your super balance to cover these premiums. Once you've completed this section, come down to the cover and cost section. In this section, you'll enter in the numbers that you know that you need from a cover level perspective. I'd suggest here using fixed cover, and I will put out another video about how this works, but for the time being, nominate the fixed cover amount. When it comes to income protection, my suggestion is a 90-day waiting period. The reason for this is that the pricing will be 40% less than that of a 30-day waiting period. When it comes to the benefit period, I suggest a benefit period to age 65. Once you've completed this step, go down to the bottom, accept the terms and conditions, and click Calculate Quote. And there you go, you've done it. You've got yourself your very own HostPlus quote for the insurance cover amounts that you need. Now this is the section that I'm going to walk you behind the curtain a little bit. I'm going to take you into our software and show you exactly what I do for each client that we work with. In our independent research software, I've replicated the same quote. I've imported the information that we received from HostPlus, the amounts of cover, the premium amount, and then I've used that to compare that with the rest of the market. As you can see from the results, there is nothing in the market that has come back less expensive than the premiums we've already got from HostPlus. And I know what you're thinking. Aha, we've got him. But this is where the curtain peels back even further. See, when you have insurance through super, there's a tax credit that's applied to the premium. HostPlus has shown their calculated quote net of this premium credit, where the other two providers have shown their premium before they've removed that tax credit. So that you don't just have to take my word for it, let me take you across as I've done the quotes for each of these individual providers and shown you exactly how this tax credit works. As you'll see that for the example here, AIA's net premium is about 1106 per annum. And for MLC, the net premium per annum after that tax credit is about 1117. The surprising thing about this is that for the exact same level of cover, I've just shown you how the premiums for these two providers are less than the quote that we just got from HostPlus. Now that we've looked at the price, you can see that the pricing in each of these three examples is not that different. And if it was me, looking at the price alone, neither would really stand out as an option being the best one to choose. So let's have a look at the features. What I've done is using that same independent research software, I've created a report that compares the features and benefits of each of the three policies that we've just quoted. The way that this works is the rating system looks at the underlying features and then gives them a score out of 100. The higher the rating, the better quality the product is. Whilst the pricing might have been really similar, you can start to see in this report how the gap between these policies starts to widen. Now, I'm not going to bore you and walk through each of the underlying differences of these policies, nor am I going to try and convince you that every single one of them are relevant to you. But what I am showing you is that in the example that we just used, you're able to get a better quality product for less. The good news for you is that you don't have to give up your HostPlus account to access the benefits of these different insurance policies. You see, each of these insurance providers are set up to receive payments from any super fund that you have, which allows you to maintain the low cost super fund that you have with HostPlus and get the best of both worlds. And that's it. Now you've seen behind the curtain. Now that we've done all this together, I'm really hoping that this becomes as hard for you to unsee as the Australia Post logo has become for me.